construction new exhibit called A New Age of Sail, the history and future of sail freight on the Hudson River. And the basic premise is that we are looking at our kind of pre-industrial path before we used fossil fuels to move things around, to see how we might find some solutions to help us solve our climate problems and the end of oil. So we're covering basically the history of sail freight in the Hudson Valley from early European settlements up through the steamboat era, and then kind of highlighting some of the more modern sail freight projects and what's coming down the pike for the future.
Yeah, the future of sail freight looks quite promising. It is a carbon neutral, easily implemented, and rapidly implementable change to our transport infrastructure. It's got a proven history of 5,000 years, so we shouldn't need to do too much research and development to get it into service. And we are doing some to encourage it here at the museum, not just the exhibit, but also the Northeast Grain Race, which will be happening during May. And it'll be anywhere in the 8-state Northeast, so the New England states, New York, and New Jersey. And it is basically a game of food distribution, specifically grains, during the month of May. You get 1 point for every ton-mile of grains you move. So, for example, if you move half a ton 2 miles, that's 1 ton-mile. And then you lose 5 points for every liter of fuel you burn, or 10 kilowatt hours of power you take off the grid, which is about the same amount of energy. So it's designed that way specifically, so you have to be more creative than a pickup truck. No pickup truck in service can get a positive score. So schooner Apollonia will be entering a cargo, as far as we know. We're looking at a cargo possibly along the coast of Maine and Massachusetts on another schooner, and hopefully a cargo on a solar boat as well. And of course, it's not May yet, so you have plenty of time to get your own entry together and, well, let us know how it goes. Yes, Apollonia has been in service. They did a little bit in 2020, but last year, 2021, they did a lot. They moved over 27 tons of cargo up and down the Hudson, and it was everything from a lot of malted grains to hot sauce and like 6 tons of logs, pumpkins, just like almost everything imaginable, which was great. And actually they met up in New York Harbor last May with Grand de Sail, which is another French sail freighter that had sailed with wine and chocolate from France to New York Harbor, and they picked up a cargo of wine there to be dropped off in Kingston. So that wine never touched fossil fuel transport until it, well, probably till it was bought at the wine shop, because it's right up the street, and Apollonia brought it up there on a cargo bike. So yeah, there's some pretty neat stuff going on.